Tell me, how is crypto an asset? Can you unpack that for me?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that because I feel like the word cryptocurrency, and we can even talk about the origins of why crypto and currency is placed together, but it's a bit of a misnomer or maybe a limitation. Because certainly I could send you Bitcoin or Ether or one of the 30,000 plus different types of coins and tokens, but they are taxed as capital assets. Think historically about how people really go from, sorry about that, from going from high net worth individual, no, let me say it this way, high income earning individual, where most wealthy people don't want a high income because it's taxed at a higher rate.
Yep.
They want, to your point, I use my creativity, I use my intellect, my expertise to create assets and opportunities that do not return to this home void, that go out into the world and actually work harder than I do, because not only do I have an asset that it has its own value. You used real estate. That's an excellent example. We could talk about stocks and bonds and other assets as well, that not only, let's use the home, for example, has its own value, its basis, right? Its basic property that would go up or down depending upon the market, but you can actually also rent it out, as you and your audience well knows. And so that's a double benefit of having rental income in addition to an asset that will, real estate is one of the best assets of all times because it's finite. We're not making any more land unless there's some eruption that is creating a new landmass, right? We have the land that we have. Bitcoin is kind of like that as well. They call it digital gold because it has a hard cap of 21 million. The software has been programmed to only allow for 21 million Bitcoin. And as more people start to learn more and more about it, there's more demand, but the supply is going down. And we all know what happens over time when you have larger demand, then you have supply, the price generally goes up over time. And so that's a really important part of why cryptocurrencies generally, and certain ones in particular, are capital assets that also you can leverage as if you were pulling out a home equity loan. You can do that in the decentralized finance space with cryptocurrencies. So yes, you can spend it like cash, like currency, but you can also buy as an investor with a long-term trajectory, because there's a lot of volatility in the space, but over time to use it as part of, and even a small part of, an overall portfolio to hedge against opportunities where you might not be making much, 1-2% in some really, really stable or conservative assets.